Hi guys. So in 3.06 we are going to talk directly about email as a marketing tactic to build brand. Email is really important in the workplace. And I don't know how many of you use your school email like you should, but I know it's in my contract that I have to check my email so many times a day, or I could get in trouble as a teacher for not checking my email, because that's the main way that Mr. Jones is going to contact me throughout the day. So email is really important, and a lot of people now, they have their phones so that they can check their email. And I know a lot of people who I work with, there'll be a meeting and then they'll get an email from somebody and they have to answer it right then, but they're still part of that meeting and they're emailing quietly. So email is really, really important part of work, and it's also an important part of marketing. But there are some things to consider, okay, with email. And so let's take a look at this. Email marketing is a way to promote without using paper. It's called viral marketing. Forwarding a message to people who have given you permission. It keeps your current customers informed. So, like, for example, Mountain Meat Market, I get their emails weekly, and every week or every 2 weeks they'll send an email and say, okay, here is the specials we have this week. And I don't know which weeks I want to go because of what my family eats. So it keeps the communication going between you and your customers, and the information spreads quickly. Most of the time now we have not only email, but they're putting the same thing from email into social media advertisements. So Facebook and things like that, and I get that as well. I follow them on social media, so I get it through that or through email. You can send coupons through email, sales, but keep your current customers informed of what's going on and build your brand awareness and your brand image. What makes your company special, that sort of thing. So let's look at viral marketing. All right, so 4 types of email marketing. The opt-in or permission-based is subscriptions, which I think is the most effective. Where you actually say, hey, if you want to get my emails for my business, sign up here, give me your email address. And those are usually received the most, and the most common. The double opt-in requires the recipient to confirm they are a registered subscriber. So like a lot of places, you'll be on the website and you'll say, oh, well, I can subscribe to their email promotion. And you can subscribe to their email, and it automatically starts sending it to you. The double opt-in is a locked, they send you, hey, we got a notice that you want us to email you. Confirm this, that you want us to email you. That is really a truly good option on the side of the business, because they are reassuring the customer that they're not just going to start sending them stuff. I want to make sure you want to start getting emails from me. So I think that double opt-in I would use that with my businesses. The opt-out is where down at the bottom it'll say unsubscribe from emails, and it usually asks you why. We're sorry to see you go, but why are you leaving? And then spam or junk email. That's mass marketed email that just goes out to people's boxes and they didn't ask for it, okay? Spam email in real life. Spam email is like when I start getting emails that I have no association with. I get emails for protein drinks, or from GNC, and I have never bought anything from GNC. I don't like GMC or GNC. I don't go there. And that's spam. They're just trying to hit me up, and I've never given them permission. So that's how it's looked at in real life. Spam is really looked down on. You don't want to do that. People aren't going to like it. So the most common uses of email marketing is to make an announcement. Hey, we've got a change, and there have been thousands of emails that have went through businesses and people through this COVID-19 because they're constantly having to update us on the new rules of the stay-at-home or, what video conference I've got to go to next, that sort of thing. Newsletters, a lot of businesses do newsletters. I have a friend who they own a small farm, and they basically have certain people that buy in bulk from them, and that's how they make their living. And they send out a newsletter to those people, and a lot of times it'll talk about it'll introduce new vegetables that they've grown that we may not be used to, and talk about how to cook those vegetables. There's usually recipes in there, things like that. So it would be the same thing if you got newsletters from a gaming newsletters on the newest trends of Minecraft or whatever. Bulletins. There's an unexpected something has happened and we're going to be closed this week. You may want to email that out. Suggestive selling. So if I order a pair of Brooks from Brooks' website, they might email me back and say, thank you for your purchase of our tennis shoes. You might also be interested in these insoles that are for runners. That's suggestive selling. Because of what they bought, you're suggesting something else. So if I buy peanut butter and my cashier says, oh, you're going to have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Did you get some jelly? That's suggestive selling right there. What does it go with? What else can you buy to go with it? Reminder of a service. Hey, we're here to help you during this time. Handling requests. So that means you've emailed them and they're coming back and saying, okay, how can we help you? Also, maybe surveys, feedback. Don't make it complicated. It needs to be short and sweet. And then order confirmation. So when I order something, if I order those Brooks shoes or whatever, I've never ordered shoes off the internet, but just if I would, I would get a confirmation with a number that says, okay, we got your order, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So that's the most common uses of email marketing. Advantages and disadvantages. Let's look at the disadvantages first. I know that's backwards. It's hard to manage those customer lists because your customers change often. You want to keep the same customers, but you think about how many customers Walmart has. It would be hard for Walmart to do email marketing. It really would, because they have so many customers that come and go. Or people change their email address. I have that now. I'll try to email to our National Technical Honor Society to their personal email because that's what they gave me, and it's changed since the year began, and it comes back and I can't get them their information. It says undeliverable address. It has a low effectiveness if it's not needed. You also have hackers who can grab hold of your emails and attach a virus. If that happens, it can really hurt your business. Now, there are ways to avoid that, and you need to talk to tech people before you start getting into email marketing, because if you send viruses out to people, you're going to lose business. Battling filters. So you know how it works at school. We have filters and firewalls on all these school computers, and there's sometimes emails that come to me that I don't see, and then I'll get a call from county office and say, oh, it didn't go through because it had this word in it. And it wouldn't even be something bad. It just might be, something that popped up. So, for example, I remember one time when we were doing graduation portfolios, I had sent an email to our assistant principal at the time and said, this student wants to do his graduation project on building a flintlock gun. being a gunsmith. And it popped up, and it wouldn't go to her because I had the word gun in it. And it goes through the county office, and they catch it, and they found that it was okay. And then we found out afterwards what had happened. So these filters, having to deal with these filters, can make it hard. And then angry recipients, they get mad because they get too many. They don't like the product. They're not happy with the product. And, you know, I tell my students all the time, if you're mad, don't sit down and email somebody. Give it a couple hours, but anyway, because you're going to have to deal with angry recipients. So now let's look at the advantages, because the disadvantages are easy to see. It's cost effective. It takes little time and effort. You type it once. It goes out to a lot of people. It's timely. And it gives, you know, it's quick. It's personalized. It can be targeted to certain people, and it can track their engagement. So let's talk plain text versus HTML. Plain text is just your words on the screen. Most emails are in plain text. They're not like what you see on a website. They're not flashy. They're not, you know, colorful. Successful plain text emails need proper formatting so they're easy to read, separated by lines, and that the text is always justified to the left, just like in a letter. You wouldn't want it centered text where the edges are like this. You want it all on this side. HTML is the language we use to create web pages. And with HTML, you can create colorful logos through your emails, graphics, animations, sounds. It will take the emails longer to load, but it is prettier. And the also thing is not all email clients can support, like, I know on my phone, and I check my email, if it's got like pictures, I can't see them. So you just need to know that. Capabilities of email, it's static. It can't link to other locations within the email like a web page can. Hyperlinks can link to a word or a graphic in that email, but if the email is long enough you need to link it, it's too long. Link you to websites, it can do that. It can have attachments. It can have sound or video. Know that it takes longer to process that, and it can have media, which is streaming over the internet like videos. The disadvantages to streaming media is it's expensive, and you've got to have a high-speed internet connection or it's not going to work. Capabilities of email, individualized addresses. The two fields, you know how that works. It helps to personalize. Personal information in the email, purchasing history. Every customer should have a number, so I would make sure that's in the email. Software can handle that. It's automated. You set it up. You tell it to send on such and such day, and it goes. And then you can do autoresponder. So if somebody emails you, you can have an autoresponder that says, "Thank you for your email. We will be processing your order, blah, 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 blah." And they get a response immediately, and it saves time and money. So this is an example of an email, and it talks about the best email templates. Let's see if it goes. It's slow. So they talk about best designs. This is an email. This is an email. These are all emails. They're very pretty. They catchy. Here's Starbucks. It's an email. They send you this. It links you to the rewards, the stores, the shop. So your emails can be really nice. Let me get back here. Oh, shoot. I did it again. Y'all can tell. Okay, so if we were together, we would talk about all of this together, but I'm not gonna do that today. So for 306, you need to understand what we've talked about with emails, and then take the 3.06 practice quiz. Okay, so I will see you when we get to the next objective. I'll talk to you guys soon.